Scorpio, welcome. This is the Tana Tarot Zodiac channel, and the reading this week is going to be a little bit different, Scorpio. We're actually going to be looking at the month of December, like what's going to happen in December, energy, events, whatever. And so I have your card here, Scorpio card, and I shuffled and everything off camera to save time. So let's go ahead and look at the cards. We have kindness. We have white Tara. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Three of Swords. And we have the Ten of Wands. Let's go ahead and take a look at the cards. Let's just go ahead and start here with kindness. So, the energy of kindness reminds us to be considerate and wise in our interactions with others and ourselves, and to find the root of our love through our connection to Source. You know, the vibe that I'm getting here is more about, Scorpio, is more about us being kind to ourselves. Okay? Of course, others, and if you've been crabby or something lately, maybe you want to work on that. But I really do feel like this is being kind to ourselves, like being understanding, not being too hard on ourselves. And then, and that's self-love, right? When we don't have self-love, we can be really hard on ourselves. We can say that we're not smart, we're not worthy, and we can talk to ourselves very poorly and be very not kind to ourselves because we don't have a real connection with love, which begins with self-love. And we can find that self-love, it's kind of like a cycle, by being kind to ourselves and through our connection to Source. So let's see how this card plays in with the rest of the cards. So we have white Tara with sensitivity. You are becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. Here's what I see in the month of December, Scorpio. With the Three of Swords, I see some kind of negativity. Three of Swords traditionally is maybe about a betrayal, a heartbreak, maybe a breakup, something like that. But it can really just be about seeming like nothing's going your way and just feeling really like lost and down and heartbroken that your life is not going the way that you that you had hoped. You know, we all at certain times in our life have dreams and hopes and needs and wants, and when I grow up I'm going to do this, and like when we're kids, and as we continue to grow, this is the kind of relationship I want, this is the kind of person that I want. And oftentimes, unfortunately, negative experiences throughout our lives can kind of kill those dreams. All right? And we can kind of stumble through a gray and unhappy life, unfortunately, when those dreams are killed. It's like a really down existence, really stormy, down. If it happens in a relationship, if it's in a relationship arena, hopefully things are good at work. If it's, something really shitty happening at work, hopefully we can find some peace and some respite when we go home. I have a feeling that maybe it's been both for you that have not been so great. And here's what the message is that I'm getting. I feel like these two are working together, the kindness and the sensitivity. I feel like you're remembering your dreams. And I feel like you've started to hear, either you yourself were hearing how you were talking to yourself, or maybe you were verbalizing certain things, and maybe a close friend or a family member, someone who really had your best interests at heart, was like, do you hear how you're talking to yourself? Do you hear how negatively you talk to yourself, how little you think of yourself, how mean you are, how unkind? And I feel like that's going to happen in December. Something's going to happen. It's going to kind of wake you up and realize that you have not been very kind to yourself. And what's going to happen is a sensitivity inside of you is going to be born, where before maybe your, I don't know, let's say your heart. Do you remember the Grinch? In The Grinch That Stole Christmas, I can't remember exactly how it happened, but his heart was like a hard little ball of, a clump of coal or something. And then I don't know if it was little Cindy Lou Who or whoever what, but something warmed that heart up, and it kind of opened and it kind of turned pink. I'm getting that feeling that something like this is happening, and as a result of hearing how you speak to yourself and calling yourself out, or someone calling you out, you're becoming more sensitive. You're unable to continue on that path. You know, the older I get, the more sensitive I get. Not like with the animal abuse commercials and stuff. Not like I used to sit there and enjoy them ever. But I can't even watch them. I can't even have them on the TV. It just freaking kills me. So the older I'm getting, the more, and I always, every chance I get, I always contribute. And I have 3 rescues, so trying to do my part, but just can't watch it. Just can't watch it. So you could also, with age, be becoming increasingly sensitive. And the advice here is avoid harsh relationships, environment, situations, and chemicals. So I feel like your heart is like the Grinch. It's opening up, it's softening, it's becoming pink, and you're becoming more sensitive and open. And as a result, you're going to be more kind to yourself. I think you've always been kind to others. I really do think, Scorpio, that the person that you've been the worst to or the hardest on is yourself. Okay? In December, I just really feel like you're going to have this epiphany. Or you may have already had this epiphany and be working on it, but this is what is happening, okay, for those of you Scorpios that this resonates with. With the Ten of Wands, this is the end. This is the laying down of something that's been overwhelming, heavy, unpleasant. I believe that this is avoiding and letting go of things mindfully, like walking away from a harsh relationship, a harsh environment, a harsh situation. Walking away, making that choice to leave. Also, this could be symbolic, in addition to leaving those tangible things, of you leaving behind your old attitude and beliefs about yourself. You're setting them down, you're letting them go. And I think this is what's gonna be happening in December. Being kind to yourself, as a result, becoming more sensitive and seeing the need to let go. When you're kind to yourself, you can't have other people being unkind to you. Where when you were down on yourself, if someone was unkind to you, you'd probably be like, God, I am a piece of shiznit. You know, you might have agreed with them because you didn't think much of yourself. You didn't care about yourself. You'd let people treat you poorly. And now you can't. You're going to have to walk away from that. As a result, Scorpio, pardon me, sorry. As a result, Scorpio, you are being depicted as the Queen of Pentacles in December. Someone who is beautiful, strong, stable, secure, abundant, bountiful, nurturing. The Queen of Pentacles is the closest to like the Empress to me. Just vibrant, abundant, nurturing, giving, caring. How beautiful. Whether you're a man or a woman, a male or a female, masculine or feminine, you're going to get this energy. So you're kind of coming from a place of being closed off and shut down to open, more loving with yourself. And when you become more open and more sensitive, I feel like that opens up your intuition and you become more spiritual. You become closer to your source, whether that is your higher self, your angels, your spirit guides, or God, you know, whether you're spiritual or traditionally religious. I just see really good things, really good things. Loving yourself more, opening up to love in general, becoming more spiritual, more sensitive, and closer to your source, your love source. Fantastic, Scorpio. And it's going to be a beautiful thing to happen in December and start out the new year as the Queen of Pentacles. So this is what I have for you. Thumbs up and subscribe. And see you next week. Bye-bye.